Hello everyone, in this lecture we will discuss different types of graphs. Let us start with simple graph. A graph without self loops and parallel edges is called a simple graph. Look at this, in this graph no self loop is there and no parallel edges are there. That's why it is a simple graph. Multigraph. A graph having some parallel edges is called a multigraph. Look at this. These two edges are parallel edges. Similarly, these two edges are parallel edges. That's why it is a multigraph. Some authors also include self loops in multigraph, but here we will take this definition. Pseudograph. A graph with self loop and some parallel edges is called a pseudograph. Look at this. This is a self loop and these are parallel edges. That's why this is the example of a pseudograph. You can have your own examples of these graphs. A trivial graph. A graph is said to be a trivial graph if it has one vertex only. So if one vertex is there, no edge is there, this is a trivial graph. This is a trivial graph. A graph having finite vertices is called a null graph if it has no edges. Means if number of vertices there may be there n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. But if no edge is there, then this graph is known as null graph. So this is the example of a null graph. Here 4 vertices are there. So this is a null graph of 4 vertices. Complete graph. A simple graph is said to be a complete graph if there exists an edge between every pair of vertices. Means if you choose any pair of vertices, then there must be an edge between the two vertices. So if you choose n equal to 2, so n equal to 2, this is a complete graph of 2 vertices, and a complete graph of n vertices is denoted by kn. That's why we will denote it by k2. So if you choose n equal to 3, so look at this graph is a complete graph of 3 vertices and you can write it k3. Similarly, if you choose 4 vertices, then look at this graph is a complete graph of 4 vertices. For every pair of vertices, there must be an edge between the two vertices. That's why this is a complete graph of 4 vertices and you can denote it by k4. Similarly, you can choose 5 vertices. So how can you make a complete graph of 5 vertices? The simple thing, you have to insert an edge between every pair of vertices. So look at this. Now it is a complete graph of 5 vertices. So this is k5. Similarly, you can make other graphs also. So these are complete graphs of 2, 3, 4 and 5 vertices. Regular graph. A simple graph is said to be regular graph if degree of each vertex is same. A regular graph with each vertex having degree r is called R regular graph. So look at this here. Degree of each vertex is 1. That's why this is 1 regular. Similarly, look at this graph. The degree of each vertex in this graph is 2. That's why it is 2 regular. Another example 2 regular is, look at this graph is also a 2 regular graph. In this graph, the degree of each vertex is 2. So all these two graphs are 2 regular graphs. Now 3 regular graph. If you draw this graph, look at this graph. Now insert 2 more edges in this way in diagonal form here. So now this graph is 3 regular, because the degree of each vertex is 3. Now what is the difference between a complete graph and regular graph? If you go back to complete graph, you will see that, for example, take k5. Here the degree of each vertex is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, because this vertex is joined with other vertices through an edge. The remaining vertices are 4. It means 4 edges are incident on this vertex. Similarly, for every vertex 4 edges are incident. That's why the degree of each vertex is 4. It means if you have a complete graph of n vertices, then degree of each vertex will be n minus 1. So if the degree of each vertex is n minus 1, it means same, then it will be a regular graph also. It means a complete graph is a regular graph, but a regular graph is not a complete graph necessarily. It may be a complete graph, but not necessarily it is a complete graph. Look at this example. This is a regular graph, but it is not a complete graph. It may be, it may not be, but it is not necessary. So this is example of a regular graph which is not a complete graph. Bipartite graph. A graph is said to be bipartite if there exists a partition of set of vertices V into two disjoint sets V1 and V2. Whenever we talk about partition, first look at this. we have to find two subsets of V1 and V2. It means the two condition must be satisfied, that is V1 union V2, this equal to must be V, and V1 intersection V2, this must equal to phi. If these two conditions are satisfied, then you can say V1 V2 is a partition of V. Now look at the definition. If there exists a partition of the set of vertices V into two disjoint set V1 and V2 such that every edge has one end in V1, another end in V2. Now look at this graph. Say A, B, C and D and say E. And for example, these edges are E1, E2, E3 and E4. Now how can I draw the equivalent graph of this graph? Look at this. Here I write B and D, this is A, this is C and E. Now ABS join S, this is E1, this is E2 and E3 and E4. So both graphs are equivalent graph because the number of edges are same, number of vertices are same. Further, edges, the corresponding vertices of edges are also same. Look at this here, E1 is between A and B, this is E1 is between A and B. So these two graphs are equivalent. Now here from the purpose of drawing this graph in this way, look at this to identify V1 and V2. So from this graph you can easily identify V1. You can write it B, D and V2 equal to A, C and E. You can write V1 this or V2 this. So no problem with this. So look at this. Now we have found a partition of V. V1 equal to BD and V2 equal to AC such that these two conditions are satisfied. That's why we are saying this is a partition. Now the important thing that every edge, if you choose any edge of this graph, for example say E1, E1 has one end in V1, another end in V2. Similarly E2 has one end in V1 and another end in V2. Similarly look at the E3 and E4. For these two edges, one end in V1, another end in V2. Then this is the example of a bipartite graph. Complete bipartite graph. A bipartite graph means we are already taking a bipartite graph. So first I draw the same graph here. This is B and D. This is A. This is C and this is E. This is a bipartite graph. Say this is E1, E2, E3 and E4. A bipartite graph is said to be complete bipartite if there is an edge between each vertex of V1 and V2. Means this is V1, this one is V1, V1 equal to BD and this is V2. It means for every pair of vertices, one vertex from V1 and one vertex from V2, there must be an edge. For example, A and B, there is an edge. But if you choose A and D, there is no edge. So if we insert an edge between A and D, say this is E5, and we insert an edge between B and E, say this is E6. Now look at this. For every pair of vertices, Vi and Vj, Vi and Vj, where Vi belongs to V1 and Vj belongs to V2. If we choose any pair of vertices Vi, Vj, such that Vi from V1, Vj from V2, there is an edge between the two vertices. So this is a complete bipartite graph. Complete bipartite graph is denoted by Kmn if m vertices are in V1 and n vertices are in V2. So we can write this graph as K32 also, K32 or K23. It depends on if you choose V1 equal to this V2, then you will write it K23. If you choose V2 equal to V1 equal to AC, then you can write it K32. Both are same. You can write it K32 or K23. In general, you can write Kmn equal to Knm. Weighted graph. A graph is said to be weighted graph if every edge is assigned a positive real number called a weight. For example, look at this graph. This is suppose A, B, C, D. So suppose this is two places and there is a railway connectivity or suppose simply a route connectivity between these two places, and the distance between AB is suppose for example 4, this is 5, this is 3. Now these are the weights. Weights means the positive real number. It may be any, the interpretation of this weight may be any kind in the term of real life. For example, here this is the distance, so in general we say a positive real number. So these are weights. So if you assign weights to edges, the graph is called the weighted graph. So this is the example of a weighted graph. Directed graph. So far look at this graph A, B, C. This graph edges has no direction. It means even can be written as A, B, or it can be written as B, A, because this edge has no direction. But if we provide direction to edges, for example, suppose look at this. Now I have assigned direction to these edges. Direction to these edges. So now even is AB. You cannot write even as BA because its direction is AB. So here even equal to AB. So if you have a graph in which all edges have directions, then the graph is known as directed graph. So I hope that you got the concepts of different graphs, and we will use these graphs for proving various theorems in coming lectures.